Hello, this is a video tour of the United States Green Party map. Here you have the map. You can hover over the state parties and click into them. You can hover over the local parties and click into them. You can hover over the candidates and click into them. All of the candidates who are currently running for office are displayed on the map. You can scroll down and you can see the contact information for the United States Green Party. You can see the banner ad for Howie Walker's presidential campaign with Angela. We can click into the list of the politicians. At this level, we list the national politicians only. That would be president, vice president, and congressional candidates. And we can see the list of parties, some of whom also have their own maps. This website is organized as a tree. You can think of it as a file system, but really it's running on top of an object-oriented database. So let's drill into the tree. Here we have California. California is the largest Green Party in the United States, most technologically advanced. They've really pushed this map very far. They've chosen to display images of all of the candidates. You can click into those. Here's an ad menu. So the anonymous browser can submit a politician, a candidate, submit an organization, an online event, an in-person event, and then the admins will get an email and approve it or not. California also has its map, all the contact information. They've chosen not to display a banner. And there's also a list of all the candidates in California, which would of course include the presidential candidates, and a list of the local parties in California. So let's drill further into this map. We're going to take a look at Jake Tonkel, and Jake Tonkel is actually in Santa Clara. So let's click into it. Now at the local party level, you only see the candidates you can vote for. And so in this case, it's the president, vice president, and Jake Tonkel. Again, the ad menu is there, all the contact information for the Santa Clara party, and the lists of local politicians and parties. So let's drill into this further, into Jake Tonkel. So Jake Tonkel's done something very interesting. You can see his photograph here. Now this database supports data inheritance. So the entire branch of the tree for Jake Tonkel is all going to have his image. We can go ahead and endorse Jake Tonkel. Logs us in with Google. Since I'm an administrator, I get a bunch more permissions here. And we can continue to drill down into this tree. You can see the everyone's Twitter feed is at the bottom of each page. Let's continue down into the tree. Jake Tonkel has a Team Tonkel virtual meeting, and at it they're going to be showing two videos. So we've just seen another content type, which is a virtual event, and we've seen this is a content type, which is a YouTube video. And as you can see, there's not that much content on this. There's not much text describing this, and so maybe somebody would want to edit and add some text to it. So all the pages on this website have this very nice WYSIWYG text editor. We can paste in some lorem ipsum, and then you can use bold, italic, strike through, save and view. It's just a typical WYSIWYG CK editor, actually, editor. And then all that shows up on the production website immediately. But whoops, this is the production website. We don't want lorem ipsum on there. We need to get rid of it. Fortunately, any modern content management system is going to have a history view. So here we can go and restore the history and view it again. And you can see all of that's gone. So let's see where we are in the tree. We started as a root, you didn't see that, the Howie Hawkins map server, the Green Party US map and directory, Green Party of California, Green Party of Santa Clara, Jake Tonkel, Team Tonkel virtual meetup, and educational equity video. We're 7 levels deep in this tree. If each level has 7 items, you're going to come to about 5 million items in this tree. So you can manage a vast amount of information using a hierarchy, and yet people don't get lost. They kind of intuitively understand where they are. But you do have a problem with people stepping on each other's toes, so you do need a good security system. So let's go back up to Jake Tonkel's virtual meetup. He can assign somebody to manage this branch of the tree, editors. So he can assign 1 or 2 people to manage this branch of the tree, and we won't go ahead and do that. But then they have permission to add this, and recursively up the tree, people can assign permissions or remove permissions from people below them in the tree. Now, if you see here, he actually has 2 videos. Maybe he doesn't like those, so there's a management view. And we can delete one of the items. and it's gone for good from the website. Oops, but again, I messed up. We really want that on the production website. And there's no history view because the object isn't there, but there is a transaction view. So we can look at transactions, and we can undo the transaction. And now when we go back to this page and reload it, you'll see that the video is back there. Okay, continuing back up the tree, let's take a look at Jake Tonkel. This interesting contact. So when you do contact, well, who do you want to contact? Do you want to contact Jake Tonkel, or maybe the Green Party of California, or the Green Party US Map and Directory, or the Howie Hawkins Map Server? So it's kind of this hierarchy of contact information. Let's see, going up a level. Okay, so back up to California. Now, if you're California, you have a big problem because you're not just managing one or two things. You have this huge amount of candidates and local parties to manage. And so when we look at their management view, it's much more complex. So you can think of this as a file system browser. Well, obviously it isn't, because here we have the class. So this is the Python class. It's running on a persistent Python object database. And unlike a file browser, you can actually move things up and down. But I better put that back, or Nassim from California will be upset at me for messing up his organization. You can click to view an object, and then they all have multiple views. You can click into and edit an object. And of course, we can select all, and there are options to rename, retitle, reboth, which does both of those: cut, copy, delete, paste. Okay, so that's the management view. And let's look at that again. Let's go up one more level. And the other thing you have to do when you're dealing with a large community is you have to manage all of the volunteers. So here we have progress, and we can see which items have been added recently, which items have been edited recently. Some are new and some are edited in this column. And you can actually see this one. So somebody's added something through the web. It needs to be approved. I will check out exactly what happened there after this video is over. And you can see also I'm an editor, so I have an option to add a lot more stuff. When we go back up to one of the things you can add is a link. So here we have a whole section, a branch of the tree on defund the police. And you can see all the different links. And there's also, if I can do this, here's a big list of climate change links. So here you have literally hundreds of links. Generally, this kind of information is hidden on the web. It's very difficult to find. It took me years to find this, but you find it here on our websites. And next up, here we have another feature, which is the newest items. So right now it does for the whole tree, but very soon for any branch of the tree, you'll be able to see which items were most recently added to the tree. And so this really acts as a news source for the Green Party. Here you have another interesting feature, Howie Hawkins. So this is a branch of the tree, and because it's structured as a tree, we can take any branch of the tree and turn it into an instant website. So when a candidate runs for office, they just fill out a form with some critical information, and then boom, they have an instant website. They just don't have to wait around, can start being a politician right away. And you can do that also for parties, state parties or local parties. Okay, there you have it, United States Green Party map. Thank you very much.